to Young Hero Salutes, the show in which I showcase awesome YouTube channels that I feel are worthy of your time and subscription. I'm your host, ThatKidDouglas, aka the Young Hero, and today it's more than just a theory. It's a game theory. Yes, today I'm finally doing the long awaited episode on the game theories. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, which is at ThatKidDouglas, back on New Year's Eve, I teased I was going to do a Young Hero Salutes episode on the Game Theorist. And I confirmed it in my 2015 content slate back in February. I'll leave a link in the annotation above so you can watch that video. And this is an episode that I've wanted to do for quite some time, but I just kept pushing it to the back burner because I've been working on so many other projects. But today I finally felt it was the time to actually put this out and tell you guys what makes the Game Theorist so awesome. So, let's get started. Okay, first, I'll just throw out some basic information about the Game Theorist. The Game Theorist was created and starring Matthew Patrick, and it was created on August 29th, 2009. The channel currently has 4.2 million subscribers, which is absolutely crazy how much that channel keeps growing. And it doesn't just have game theory, but it has multiple other series by multiple other content creators who I will mention, as the video goes on. And his channel was basically started after Matthew Patrick watched a few episodes of the video game series Extra Credits. I'm pretty sure you guys know what that is. And he took the style, and basically took the whole style of that show, but instead made it all scientifical. So, instead of game design, it's about science. Go figure, right? Now, I'm pretty sure you guys are wondering, what makes the Game Theorist worthy of subscribing to? Well, the first episode that I distinctly watched of the Game Theorist was the Sonic episode. How fast is Sonic really, or something like that. And I'll be honest, I was thoroughly turned off. Because as a casual Sonic fan, I couldn't really fathom why somebody was saying that Sonic wasn't fast. I thought it was blasphemous, and I thought, wait, okay, this guy is a troll. This guy can't be really serious. Of course Sonic is fast. That's nonsense. And I kind of just turned away from it. But it was back in, I believe it was March of last year, that I slowly started to get back into the Game Theorist. And it was on the game forum neogaf.com, which I regularly frequent, and they posted the video. And it was called Ryu is the New Virtual Boy, and I clicked on it. And I just thought it was so well done and so well made. And the reason why I liked this episode more than the particular Sonic episode was really because I really went back into watching game theory with a renewed perspective. And I realized that, hey, these are just theories based on video games. I should not be taking them this seriously, and I should just go in and really accept them for what they are, and they are theories. And once I did that, I was thoroughly hooked, and I couldn't stop watching it. And after watching a few videos, I subscribed, and pretty much I look forward to pretty much anything they do for the most part. I thoroughly enjoy their channel, and I really get a lot smarter when I watch it. It's the perfect fusion of video games and education, and Matthew Patrick has really found a way to make it not boring, actually make it interesting and enjoyable to watch. Where I'm actually, my eyes are glued to the screen, and I'm enthralled and entertained by what's being told on the screen instead of me just falling asleep. It's remarkable, really. Of course, I'll talk about some of the main series on this channel, because it is more than just game theory, but I'll quickly list off each series one by one. Okay, first of all is the flagship series, Game Theory, because it is called The Game Theorist. And Game Theory, in a nutshell, is basically a series merging and molding video games and education into one caramel, peanut butter, chocolate concoction. It's wonderful. It basically focuses on the science of video games, which I think is really interesting. In an age where everybody's trying to be the next PewDiePie, or the next Markiplier, or I don't know, like I don't know, the next like Rooster Teeth, Machinima, Jacksepticeye, or I don't know, Ghost Robo. I'm kind of really stretching here, where everybody's trying to be like everybody else. This series approaches the concept of video games, but from a completely new angle. This is like This Is How You Don't Play, which was the first episode of Young Hero Salutes. It really takes the concept of video games and does something completely fresh and original with it. And that's hard to do because most of the original ideas have already been done. But to take a concept that has already been done with the show like Extra Credits, but to make it and the way that he's managed to make it his own is just, what can I say? It's remarkable. It's amazing, and it's thoroughly entertaining. You'll learn a lot, and the way he really words these theories, he does them in such a way, he scientifically concocts them in a way that makes them easily believable. You can believe that these theories exist. Whether that is Sonic really fast, or whether, Dig Dug's pump can really pump a human, or, we're secretly all Pokemons, or why Mario's a communist. Just all these really crazy out there theories, and really just makes them believable. That's all I can really say about that. But of course, there's other partner shows, and they're just as good as Game Theory. The first of them is Gaijin Goomba, which is a Super Mario Goomba with a really high-pitched voice, and he has a sword, which is called a Pixel Color, and he hosts 2 shows on the Game Theory channel. The first of those is Game Exchange, and it's basically very similar in concept to Game Theory, but it focuses more on culture and history, than the scientifically minded Game Theory. And he also hosts Culture Shock, which is basically shorter 3 to 5 minute episodes, which basically tackle culture and history like Game Exchange. But I guess they're not fully worthy enough for a Game Exchange episode. They're more suited to a short and quick burst, which is what Young Hero Quickies is about, but whatever, that's beside the point. You have, who else? You have Drake McWhirter, and he does 2 shows on the Game Theories channel as well. He does Crossover, which attempts to cross over 2 completely different video games and attempts to make them one and the same. And he also has done a recent series called Smash History, which is basically chronicling the history of Super Smash Bros. Character. So if you've ever wanted to know anything on a particular Super Smash Bros. Character, well, there you have it. There's Smash History. And Ronnie Edwards, who's the editor for most of the Game Theory episodes, he has his own series as well called Digressing and Side Questing. And that basically is about game design. Kind of like Extra Credits. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. And we have a brief history. Wait, I know what you're thinking, Zion. That's not actually a series on the Game Theorist channel. Yeah, and technically that isn't. But, he has edited quite Ryder Burgeon, aka Foot of a Ferret. He has edited quite a few Game Theories episodes. He's cool with all those guys, and he's made quite a few guest appearances. So, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to count it, at least for that. And basically, a brief history is about chronicling the brief history about, well, anything. Whether that be video games, music, art, culture, entertainment, anything goes. But in this case, he has done a brief histories for the Game Theorist, one of which was a retrospective on Metroid, and I believe the other, I think there was another retrospective on Curry on that channel, but correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not entirely sure. And well, there you have it. And the Game Theorist, for those of you who know, it's on YouTube, and it's also on Screw Attack. So, pick your poison. But really, to end it off here, the Game Theorist is a really excellent channel. They managed to meld video games, education, science, art, culture, history, just basically all these really wild and out there sort of concepts, and meld them into something thought-provoking and really, really interesting. And all of the other partner shows on the Game Theorist channels all have their own YouTube pages. I just wanted to mention that, just so you know. But anyways, they managed to meld them into a really interesting combination. It's a great series, and I honestly see it continuing to grow even further. It's no wonder why it has the following that it does, and it's gotten as big as it is. The Game Theorist is a revelation, and in an age where everybody's trying to be like everybody else, they look more than just playing video games or talking about them, but the science and really what makes video games video games. And I honestly think, you'll really enjoy it. Now, would I recommend this? Absolutely. The Game Theorist, if you like video games, if you like science, if you like history, if you like culture, if you like really knowing what makes video games, then by all means, go to subscribe to the Game Theorists. They're fantastic. However, if you just like playing video games and you're not really interested in how they're made and the science and the history and the culture, if you find that a little bit too complicated for you, then this probably isn't the right channel for you, because it is very, very technical and it is very, very out there. It's not for everybody. But for those who really are willing to take the time to really sit down and really appreciate what they're trying to do, you'll really, really like all the content they have on offer. And it has something for everybody. I think you'll thoroughly enjoy it. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. But hey, that was just a theory. A game theory. Anyways, this is ThatKidDouglas, aka the Unhero, signing out. Deuces. Stay frosty and keep it weird. And to end this video off, I'll play a short sample of their work. Take it away, Matt Pat.
The Eye, the Nomad, the Tiger R-Zone, but seriously, no one expected this steaming red and black turd to come from the biggest name in gaming. Now, 19 years after its release, Nintendo has long since forgotten these god-awful goggles. The thing is, they shouldn't have, because the Virtual Boy was the one thing that could have saved the company from its current hardships. Don't believe me? You will. Let's start by reviewing all the reasons why the Virtual Boy flopped. First, these. Everyone hates these. Sure, obligatory battery breaks might be beneficial for my health as I'm forced to get out of my couch's well-maintained butt groove, but nothing kills a play session quite like having to stop every few hours to recharge. The Virtual Boy...
Brief history of what the hell is this doing here? This has nothing to do with Young Hero Salutes. What is the Foot of Affair doing on my videos? This makes no sense. Wait, is that a dose of Buckley? What the hell is this doing here? Wait, don't tell me these are the next two Young Hero Salutes episodes. Oh, I guess I gotta do them now since they're here. Damn it. Shit. Just cut the feed off. Just cut it off.